So many teachers think, oh, I'm going to have the kids do a project, and then they do it with the kids and it falls apart. And they go, oh my God, why did that happen? Because they never did it themselves. Whether you're writing a paper, giving or putting together like a research project, or you're making a chair, or you're doing a painting, if the teacher doesn't do the project first or the assignment first, they don't know what to expect. They don't know that their instructions are going to get the results that they want. And it's total teacher hubris to think all these kids wrote the paper wrong. Well, if every kid did the wrong paper, it's because their instructions were bad. And so as teachers, there's basically only three things you need to do. You need a plan, and that's doing the project first. You need to come up with a way of managing it so the kids don't fall through the cracks, and so nobody games the system and doesn't do the work. And you need to decide where it's going to be exhibited. What's going to be the end result? Is it a conversation in the class? Is it a presentation in the community? Is it a painting on the wall? But if you don't know that before you start, where are you going? Life doesn't work that way. Like, I don't get commissioned to make a painting that might be of whatever I want, and it'll be put wherever they want. It's usually a wall in a room, and the people say we like daisies, and so I paint the size they need for the wall in their room, and it's daisies. And nowhere in society, except for in education, do people arbitrarily do things that are going to not exist anywhere else.
How do you handle here the different levels of the students?
I know them, and I see, and I talk to them, and I don't just stand up high and lecture the whole day. I lecture for maybe an hour the first day class starts, and I work with everybody individually. So I know them all. The reason that people are so like flabbergasted of how do we teach different levels is because they're not getting to know them. I know them. I know what he likes to do on his spare time. I know what his capabilities are because I talk to them. And that's how you handle it. You do it the old-fashioned way. You talk to people. How do you know what your kids are like? How do you know what your parents are like? How do you know what your neighbors are like? You don't really know what they're like until you talk to them. And there's no getting around it. There's no silver bullet. You can't read a report. You have to talk to them. So if you don't want to talk to kids, maybe you shouldn't be teaching.
In what way do kids know if the work was okay or not? Did they get an A or B or the?
Well, we look at it, and I don't let them off the hook. They have to work till they get an A. Because in the real world, I worked for Mondo Media. It's a multimedia company where we made video games. They didn't tell me, oh, your work's a B, but we'll give it to the people to Activision to put it in the video game. They kept telling me to do it better and better and better, and it'll be good. When I worked here, I had to keep coming up with better and better things, or I get fired. Why should we let kids off the hook with a C or a B? You have to design the project to make it, successful.
What happens when they screw up? You have to do it over again? Or?
Yeah, you do it over again, but you kind of keep in mind, I'm looking at kids, we're doing a proof model, and one group did a proof model, and the proof model didn't work. So we didn't let them make the chair. I mean, we're not insane. I'm like, look, you proved that this doesn't work, so stop, and let's start doing something different. But if you're disengaged, if you're a teacher that I'm too busy, I have to lecture. Well, why are you lecturing? It's like, lecture only makes the teacher feel better. Oh, I covered my ass. I said everything and it's up to the kids to learn now. It's not up to the kids to learn now. It's my job to get them to learn. And if I say, look, you lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink, is absolutely the wrong attitude. If you have a teacher that says that, or if you are a teacher that says that, you're totally wrong.
You're building a chair here. Now, how does it work with the physics bit and the maths bit? Where does it come in?
Well, as we're designing it and as we're looking at it, they go over to their math teacher. They leave they're in my class for 2 hours.
This is your math teacher?
Yeah, that's the math and physics teacher. And he's a physicist from Cambridge. It's really awesome to work with him. And everything he says, I believe, because of the English accent. But he talks to them about, well, what's maths are in that? What geometry's in it? What calculus, if there's calculus? What tensions, how things are going to work. And so between, I'm the artist construction teacher and he's the physics math teacher, we collaborate and we talk to each other, and in 5 minutes we're going to meet with groups of kids and say, where are you at, what are you doing, where are you going? And we do that every Wednesday.
What's the great thing of High Tech High?
That I get to do whatever I want.
Okay, so
nobody tells me what to do. Some people here feel like they're told what to do, but that's inside their head. We had it's the mishigas, that's Yiddish for the crap my parents told me. They think, oh my God, I have to do the standards. But if you're a good teacher, the standards are for for people that don't know what they're doing. So at least do the standards. Here they know that I know what I'm doing because I put the work up all over the place, so let me do whatever I want. People say, how come you get to do whatever you want? Because I do.
And I meet the standards anyway.
Yeah, I meet the standards. I can meet all state standards in 1 week using only yellow and blue. So I mean, it's easy. I've done it before, and it's interesting. But I mean, that's the best thing about working here is that my bosses believe in me to do what I need to do, and maybe that's the secret. Being a director of a high-tech high school is harder than because you have to let go and trust that you hired the right people. And if you didn't hire the right people, you have to fire those people. And you can't be a wimp about it. Because if you keep teachers that suck, it hurts the kids. It doesn't hurt. And it hurts the school. And it hurts the other teachers. Because if I'm working with somebody that doesn't do any work.
So never leave high-tech high again?
I'll never work as a teacher anywhere other than high-tech high. I might do something different.
Okay, thank you.